All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us to one of our first webinars through the RingCentral Meetings application. Today's topic is going to be GLIP. So what is GLIP? It is a team messaging and collaboration tool by RingCentral that brings in more than just teamwork, but also increased productivity, and it's a one-stop shop for all sorts of information that is related to GLIP. So first thing we want to do is talk about how to get into GLIP. So there's a couple ways. Usually the best way is to use your GLIP icon that's right there on your desktop of your computer. So the first thing you'll need to do is sign in. This can be a little bit confusing at first because right there in front, right in your face, is the email and password. But we want to use the RingCentral option to sign in. And then once you do that, then you'll see the option for single sign-on. Whenever using any of the RingCentral applications, we always want to use single sign-in. At that point, you will put in your email address and password, and then that will sign you in. It's the same password you use to sign into your computer at work with. Once you're into GLIP, you'll get this notification about emergency calls because GLIP also has the phone feature built into it. So it just wants to make sure that your address of where you're using GLIP correlates to this. And just hit confirm, and then it takes you right into GLIP. By default, it starts off in the phone app. What's nice about the phone app is it allows you to, make and receive calls through your computer. It also, you can come here to look at all your voicemails. You can see your call record, as well as any recordings that you've made through GLIP. Also your faxes and notifications, you can click here to receive that information as well. One thing I will caution you is when using the phone option, highly recommend using a headset or an external microphone. The speakers of your computers are usually fine for your meetings or for communicating, but the built-in microphones are less than desirable for the people on the other end of the meeting. So we highly recommend using either like a headset or an external microphone. So how do you start a conversation in GLIP? Well, the first thing you do is you go to people, and then you can search on a person that you're trying to have a conversation with. Once you do that, it'll bring up a little window here. And in this example, I started a conversation with Chad Pryor in marketing. So you can see I had some previous instances where he tried to call me, but this is now where I will have a section where I can, start a communication right now just between Chad and I going back and forth. Now, when it comes to sharing a link with people, in that same conversation window down at the bottom, where you would normally type your conversation, you just simply copy and paste the web address of the link that you are trying to share with that person, and then hit enter. And then you'll see it appears in the body of the message that you're going back and forth with that they can click on. But it also shows up over in the shelf area here on the right, so you can easily quickly reference it. Because this is like a thread, the conversation that you're having. So as you go through your conversations, the different posts that happen will slowly move up and off the screen. So instead of having to scroll back and forth, you can easily go to this shelf area over on the right-hand side to reference the links that you had shared with other people. When it comes to teams or joining a team, you want to click on the team section there over on the left, and then it will list all the teams that you are part of. Now, if you want to create a new team, you simply click on the new team button, and then it'll give you a window for creating the name of a team and then inviting people to the team, and different parameters and securities that you can set up about that team, whether you want it to be public or private, whether you want people to be able to invite other people or outside people, as well as if you want people to be able to post constantly to the team. Now, if you scroll a little bit down, you'll see all the public teams that are out there, and this is just a small group of the ones. So if there's a public team that's out there that you want to join, you simply just click on that join button. One thing I will say about teams and inviting people is they don't have to be within the structural group RingCentral system to invite people to join a team. You can invite people from outside the company to join the team that you're on. And so again, then they can access GLIP by either installing it on their computer, or there's a web interface by just going to the GLIP website, which is just glip.com, that they will be able to join. On that note, when people join the meeting or join your team, they will have access to the entire past team thread that has been going on. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're inviting somebody to a team that's been established for quite a while. And this is an example of the Burn the Boats team that the sales team has created, and the amount of people. There's 212 members to this team, and you can see there's a lot going on and a lot of information being shared through this wonderful team. Now, to upload a file to a team or to a personal group, you want to click down in that certain bottom area again, and then you're going to click on the little paperclip icon, and then you'll get this pop-up menu that gives you the different options from where to upload your file. More often than not, you're probably just going to upload it from your computer, at which point it will open up a window and you can then navigate to specifically where that file is located, and then you'll be able to upload that file to the team or to your conversation. And then those files, again, aside from being listed in the thread of the conversation, will also appear over in this shelf section on the right-hand side of all the files that have been uploaded to the team or to this conversation. So it's an easy way for you to quick reference. You can simply just click on it to view the file, or you can see that little icon to the right to actually download the file if that's something that you're looking to do. You can also simply drag and drop the file that you are looking, so you don't have to go through the from and navigate to it. If you already have the window open where the file is located, you can simply drag it down into your message part and drop it there, and then it will get uploaded to your discussion. The next section of GLIP is the calendars and tasks section. The calendar section is your basic calendar. At this time, it's not fully integrated per se with your current Outlook, but it's more for your GLIP teams and your GLIP conversations. As you can see here, I've got a couple tasks that I've completed and a couple that are pending that need to be completed. If you need to create a new calendar event, obviously you want to click on that new event, and that'll give you the option for creating new events for your team or group. And then if you click on the task section, it will, instead of in a calendar view, just give you a list view of all the tasks that you have to complete or have open. When you sign off on your task or complete it, you simply just check the box, and then they will go away. Now, up in the when you create a new task, you will bring up this window, and it gives you the ability to just simply title it, and the assignee place is where you will type in the name of the person that you're assigning the task to. And as you begin to type, it will automatically start to go through your RingCentral address book to find the person who it is that you're trying to assign it to. You can attach a file to this task if you need to reference something. I just want to go back real quick too, that up here in the top section of the task, you can sort all the different tasks. So if you know you have a specific task, it will sort it by different groups that you're in, or ones that are just assigned to you or assigned to another person. In the status section, you can see whether what's pending. You can also go back and see your completed tasks. So it's a nice way to keep everything organized and all in one place, and you can easily filter and search for the tasks that you've done. You can also color code your tasks when assigning to people, or create your own color code sort of way of assigning tasks. Also, you can make a percentage sort of option with your tasks. So as people, if it's going to be more of a long-term thing, and you just want people to check off on the task, when they go to their task, they'll be able to select, I believe it's in 5% increments of how far along they are in completing their task. The next section in GLIP on the left-hand side is the link section. And this is just a great little place that shows all the links that you've shared to the different groups, or people, I should say, have shared with you in the different teams or in one-on-one conversations. And again, just like with the task at the top, you've got your way of filtering all the different tasks, or I'm sorry, links that have been shared with you. Aside from conversation or being in a team, you can also click the new link button, and then that will show you, allow you to upload a link, from this section to all the different sections or conversations you may be having. So it's in this area here at the top that will allow you to filter different aspects of your links. The notes section, this is any notes that you've created. And obviously, when you create a new note, gives you this, it's almost like a sort of Word document that you can then, add to a conversation or to a team that then, if you're taking notes during a meeting or something like that, you can, add that to the conversations. The next section is the file section, and just like with links and notes, all files that have been shared by other people are in this little section here. So you've got an easy way that you can, sort of share or see specifically by the people who have shared the link and the files with you. And then in the view section, you can make the thumbnails larger or smaller, depending on what you're looking for and how you're searching. So there's a lot of ways to customize and to sort of look at your files in one nice, concise area. So aside from the desktop app and the web interface of GLIP, there's also a mobile app that you can download to your phone. It's pretty simple. You just go to your phone's app store. It's a free app. You download it and install it. You sign into it. This is very similar, the same way that you have with regular GLIP, using the single sign-on, using your email address and structural password. And then once you're in, this is what the home screen looks like. So instead of the things being down the side, we've got them across the top, being able to access your team, your tasks, all the different things and aspects of GLIP, but it's right there on your mobile device. You can, by clicking on the plus button there in the mobile app, you can see all the other options that aren't the main ones, but are still very important to using GLIP. So you can create new teams, invite people, send new messages. You can send a text message to someone, as well as you can send a fax directly from your GLIP mobile app. Now the regular GLIP interface, when you're using the app, there's, like regular social media, a simple button there for a thumbs up to like things. But when you're using the GLIP mobile app, in order to do something, you just pretty much press and hold the post, and then you'll get this option to like that post if you're trying to do it from your mobile interface. And then we have the phone option. So you can easily make and receive calls from your mobile device through either your data plan or while on Wi-Fi right here from this mobile app. It's really nice, and it gives you that mobility to be on the go and to use your kind of desk phone as your primary source of where you're calling from. You can also flip your calls, which means that you can send it once, like if you're on a GLIP call on your mobile device and you're coming back into the office and you want to transfer it to your desk phone. When you're on the call, there will be an option here to flip the call, and then your desk phone will be an option there that you can flip it to, and then it will put the person on a brief hold until you answer the phone at your desk and then continue the conversation. So to help people, bridge or get used to or introduce them to using GLIP, I will be sending out a little follow-up, or actually I'll be creating a GLIP team in which I will invite all the people that are participants today, and I will have a file there with some activities that range everything from posting and using a GIF in a conversation, a bunch of different things. So that it'll kind of walk you through, and it puts you into the driver's seat instead of just me showing you pictures and talking about it. This will really allow you to interact and start using GLIP. And the end result going forward is that we want to try and use this tool on a regular basis for all the many different things that it has to offer. And we think it is really going to help with people's productivity as well as communication on a global scale. So that's pretty much it for the basic GLIP overview. I hope you have enjoyed this, and what I would say is that I'm going to create this GLIP team, and if you have any questions or anything you want to follow up, then please respond to me through the GLIP team, or by all means start a GLIP conversation with me, and we'll take it from there. So have a happy Friday and a happy weekend, and I just want to thank you all for joining us. And actually, right now, if you want to, there's a Q&A section. If you do have any questions, I will remain on the line to answer these questions if anybody has any at this time.